We are kicking things off right now with huge playoff drama. Superstar forward Jayson Tatum has been ruled out for Game 7 against the Celtics due to left knee stiffness, sending shockwaves through the series. We also have major health updates on the Sixers side. Paul George is dealing with an illness, and Joel Embiid is recovering from an appendectomy, both of whom have been upgraded to available status. We dive into all the details on this critical health situation right now.
Never get caught with a dead phone again. This INIU portable charger is compact, travel-friendly, and gives you fast 45-watt charging with a built-in USB-C cable, so there's no need to carry extra cords. With 10,000 mAh power, it's perfect for busy days, trips, emergencies, or anytime your battery drops too low. Grab yours on Amazon through the link in the comments before your phone hits 1%.
Next up, we look at the intense pressure surrounding Paul George. Fans of the LA Clippers are acutely aware that the team is still hurting from George's recent performances in high-stakes situations, where expectations didn't quite meet the outcome. We break down the history of George's pressure, examining how past performances have shaped the narrative surrounding him and what it means for his upcoming game. We return to the Celtics drama to confirm the details. Jayson Tatum was officially ruled out for Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers due to that left knee stiffness, a decision made by coach Joe Mazzulla after a quick assessment. We look at the drastic lineup changes the Celtics implemented, featuring Baylor Scheierman and Luka Garza in the starting five, and what this shift means for the rest of the series. And finally, we look ahead to the future of Paul George. We are getting a sneak peek at a moment of pure athletic brilliance as Paul George rises up for a massive dunk in a recent NBA moment. Don't miss a single second of this action and all the breaking news. Stay with us for more updates. Boston, significant health updates dominated the hours leading up to Game 7 of the Sixers' first-round playoff series against the Celtics. Superstar Jayson Tatum was ruled out for the contest after reporting left knee stiffness approximately 2 hours before the 7:30 p.m. ET tip-off. On the Sixers' side, both Paul George and Joel Embiid were upgraded to available status after initially being listed as probable. George was dealing with an unspecified illness, and Embiid was recovering from an appendectomy. Tatum had been a key contributor in the series, averaging 23.3 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 6.8 assists in the first 6 games following his return from a ruptured right Achilles tendon. Although Tatum had mentioned a slight stiffness in his left leg after Game 6, Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla confirmed that Tatum entered Game 7 with stiffness at the back of his left knee, and the team opted for him to sit. The illness affecting Paul George appeared sudden. Sixers head coach Nick Nurse stated that George woke up, not feeling well, and missed the team's morning shoot-around, suggesting the issue is significant. In contrast, Joel Embiid was present at the shoot-around and was ultimately cleared to play his 4th game following his surgery. Due to Tatum's absence, the Celtics made significant adjustments to their starting lineup, replacing him with Derek White, Ron Harper Jr., Baylor Scheierman, and Luka Garza. The Philadelphia 76ers are gearing up for their 7th game of Paul George's tenure, a matchup that is already generating significant anticipation and skepticism from the LA Clippers fanbase. Clippers supporters are reportedly bracing for a difficult performance, stemming from lingering frustration over George's recent struggles in high-stakes, win-or-go-home situations where expectations were set high. Recalling past performances, the context for this concern is clear. In the 2019-20 season, George battled the Denver Nuggets in a Western Conference Finals appearance, recording 10 points, 5 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls, with shooting splits of .416 from the field and .211 from beyond the arc. The following season, facing the Dallas Mavericks in the first round, the 9-time All-Star was ultimately saved by Kawhi Leonard, as George struggled with .515 from the field, .28 from distance, and 4 turnovers. Despite these moments, the narrative persists. Throughout Paul George's career, critics have frequently scrutinized his performance under pressure. While he demonstrates flashes of brilliance, there is a pattern of him entering a vanish mode, disappearing from the court, which has left his teams struggling. These instances suggest that the mental toll of high expectations is a significant factor in his game. While 76ers fans might argue that George is currently operating in a different role, that of a third option, and thus his upcoming game against the Boston Celtics might differ from his LA tenure, the need for him to be dominant for Philadelphia remains paramount. George has been statistically effective in his current role, averaging 18.2 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 3.3 assists, with shooting percentages of 48.7% from the floor and 54.3% from three. However, Clippers fans maintain that relying on George to carry the load is a recipe for disaster, citing past instances where this dynamic has led to disappointing outcomes. The sentiment among the Clippers faithful is that the pressure to perform at an elite level is inescapable, and history suggests that expecting George to dominate under intense pressure often results in setbacks. Boston Celtics star Jayson Tatum has been ruled out for Game 7 against the Philadelphia 76ers due to left knee stiffness. The team announced the decision approximately 90 minutes before the winner-take-all first-round matchup. Coach Joe Mazzulla confirmed the decision after Tatum experienced knee discomfort, stating that the medical team and he determined he would not play. With Tatum sidelined, Mazzulla implemented significant changes to the starting lineup for the crucial game, opting to deploy Baylor Scheierman, Luka Garza, and Ron Harper Jr., alongside Jaylen Brown and Derek White. This marks the first time this specific group has started together this season. Prior to this, Tatum had averaged 23.3 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 6.8 assists across the first 6 games of the series, shooting 52.2% from the field and 36.5% from three-point range. Tatum had previously missed time in Game 6 during the third quarter for unspecified calf treatment. He is 22 games into his return from a torn right Achilles tendon injury sustained in last season's playoffs. While the Celtics downplayed the severity, Tatum described his leg as only feeling a little stiff after a quick assessment and exercise bike session, deciding not to return because the game was out of hand and starters had already been pulled. He was listed as questionable in the 1:45 p.m. report on Saturday. Tatum's regular season return has been carefully managed, involving a slow ramp-up of minutes and restrictions on playing in back-to-back games. However, he has experienced less rest over the last 3 playoff games, playing every other night. This Saturday marks the 67th game this season that Tatum has not played, and it is the 5th time the 76ers have faced Boston with Tatum absent. Philadelphia 76ers coach Nick Nurse acknowledged the shift, stating, "Obviously, it will change the matchups and things like that. Obviously, they played the majority of their season without him and played very, very well. So I think they've got enough games under their belt and have guys they trust and rely on and all that kind of stuff." In a moment that has captured the attention of NBA fans, Paul George has once again showcased his athleticism with a spectacular dunk. The highlight, captured on May 2, 2026, featured George launching himself into the air for a powerful and impressive dunk, demonstrating the explosive verticality that has made him a formidable presence in the league. The play served as a potent reminder of George's dynamic capabilities as he continues his ascent in the NBA.